First of all, thanks for all for having me. Thanks, Frank. Thanks, Tobias, and EclipseCon to accept my submission. I work hard to be here. I have been talking to my Brazilian Java community, and I was able to get donation to be here, and it's a pleasure to be here. It's the first time that I'm leaving my country to visit another one. And also, it's the first time that I'm speaking in an amazing conference, international conference like that. So, twice victories. Okay, so, let's get started. So, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I'd like to talk about how to simplify NoSQL database integration with Jakarta NoSQL. Okay, it's a hands-on approach, but I will walk in through quickly through the concepts, and after that, we will working together, developing something. Okay, I like this kind of exciting thing. Okay, sometimes the people bring together. Okay, it don't work. Oh, it works. Okay, that's okay. Well, let's go. Okay. Well, about relational database SQL. Today we know that Jakarta Persistence is the well-done, standardized, and well-done API for work with relational database. So it's a very famous one. Most of Java environments uses this one. We know that there are Hibernate, EclipseLink, and other implementations that follow this specification. And we know that there are many providers, okay? Oracle, Postgres, SQL Server, MySQL DB, and among others, okay? But one thing that I'd like to ask you is, what would be interesting to have a similar API to work with NoSQL? It's a very interesting question, am I right? Why am I saying that? Because why it's NoSQL? Okay, NoSQL is a different way to store database. Most of those are following specific data structure, and most of they are focused on solving specific problems. But for someone, NoSQL stands for not only a SQL, or not only as SQL, non-SQL, not relational, but in effect, NoSQL are different than relational database because they are classified on 4 families: documents that following a specific structure, graph that got vertices and complex relationship, key values, and white column or column family, and so on. And okay, for key value, it's very similar with a map structure. Am I right? Data structure. When we got a key and a value, and we got Redis, DynamoDB, Moncache, and Hazelcast, and among other providers. Also, a little disclaimer, we know that most of the providers provide more than one way to store NoSQL database, all right? For example, DynamoDB can support not just key value, but also document NoSQL storage, am I right? Okay, for white column, we got Cassandra, SquillaDB, Mongo, CosmoDB, Apache, and among others. I will quickly saw a little bit because we know type together, okay? And the document, we got MongoDB, Couchbase, Elasticsearch, Elastic, am I right? And Oracle NoSQL, and the others. Also, I got a graphic. We got Neo4j, ArrudaDB, OrangeDB, Janus Graph, and so on. Okay, so according to this website, this website catalogs the most engines, DB engines, and there are over 182 no-relational databases on the market today. So there are many NoSQL databases today, okay? So Based on that, when we are talking about persistence and API and so on, the first thing that comes when we in our mind is Jakarta, because Jakarta is focused on standardized the APIs for Java developers. And this is the point that the EclipseCon Foundation comes in. So we know that Jakarta is maintained by Eclipse Foundation, and the specifications go up every day. So we got Jakarta persistence as already, but we got right now Jakarta NoSQL and Jakarta data, but a specification only itself doesn't make sense, because we need to have an implementation, at least a reference implementation. Am I right? Like Jakarta persistence, we got Hibernate. Jakarta RESTful web services, we got Jersey, and so on. CDI, we got Weld, and we got OpenLink, I think so. I'm not so good with names, but I think so. But we got NoSQL is a reference implementation for both ones, for Jakarta NoSQL and Jakarta data. And a good news is that Jakarta data will be included in Jakarta 11. So it's very interesting, because one of those leaders is Otávio Santana, is a friend of mine, friend of us actually, and he helped me a lot to jumping in the Jakarta world. So I must thank him a lot about that. Okay, so but actually, Jakarta works it's pretty similar to Hibernate, so to Jakarta persistence. So we got commons annotation that will support multiple APIs. You got extensions, and Jakarta NoSQL just cover three kind of families NoSQL: key document values, key value, and white column. But graph is one that we are supporting by Apache ThinkPop by itself. So Eclipse or JNoSQL supports also graph storage. Okay, so Jakarta data, just to show you a little bit, the intention of Jakarta data is to simplify the way that we store data, and actually you are able to implement a repository pattern. Is a DDD pattern from Eric Evans, that we get closer the code to the business instead of to get closer to the database semantic and so on. Understand? So we are able to put JPA as source, JNoSQL, REST client, and so on. So basically, that's the idea about Jakarta data. So today, JNoSQL supports 20 NoSQL databases in the market. Okay, so what is the motivation? If you take a look on the code right here, for example, those APIs are different, as you can see, but they are doing the same thing. They are creating a document and storing a specific property, and it's very hard, because if you take a look on the architecture perspective, it's very hard to cope with everything in your application. And today, we need to switch sometimes from the vendor, especially in the cloud era. So because we pay as we use, am I right, on the cloud? And sometimes we need to switch those things. And if you take a look on this on an architecture perspective, it's very hard, because if you need to switch, then we cannot switch so easily. We need to implement everything. Okay, so this idea is to create a canonical API, and by configuration, we just switch from the providers. Okay, but Max, it doesn't look like JPA or Jakarta persistence, all right? Yes, but we also have annotations. So Jakarta NoSQL provide us a couple annotations that we can map our our POJO in order to make that thing entity on NoSQL database, okay? So Buzz talks chip, show me the code. So right now, what we're gonna do, let me show you the project that I'm bringing to you. Hold on. Okay. Okay, actually, what we're gonna do, this is a game. I don't know if you know, amazing one. This is the game that I'd like to use right now to scan this code, okay? You will open the game, but right now, if you play that, you can play with each other right here, okay? I hope that it works. I have been tested before to getting. Okay, so you can actually it's a stone, scissor, and paper game. Okay, so it's jock and pole game. I don't know if it means the same right here, but in Brazil it's very common to play that thing. And based on that, this game is tend to get this information from the game, and in our code right now, we will store those things in a NoSQL database, and we can ranking who is the winner of the day playing this game, okay? And during the thing, we will type it together and make those things work, okay? So, but I'm asking you to play again. Hold on. So let me, okay, go back. Okay, this game is using a couple specifications, Jakarta specifications. This one is a WebSocket application that is connecting to my OpenShift cluster that is providing you the access that you are using right now. And when the game happens, it will publish a message, and the message is coming here, okay? And right here, what I did, I just created a record that is storing a specific structure, and this structure represents the game. So this is the game ID, the player E, the player B, the movement from player E, and the movement player B, okay? And based on this one, we can know who is the winner, who's the loser, and if it's tied, so we can do this, okay? And I have been using, I'm using a Wildfly as backend, and I'm just implementing an observer right here, and because it's very interesting, CDI provides us an amazing layer to abstract everything. So right here, we are using event publisher that will fire this instance, and it will get right here. And right here, we will implement our things, okay? So first of all, what we need to do, we need to create our representation for our entity. And right now, what we're going to do, we're going to implement a game match 1. And the interesting thing is that Jakarta NoSQL, Eclipse JNoSQL supports records as entities. So if you want to use this kind of one, it's very interesting too. So we can get it, and let's create the ID right now. So I don't know how much time I got. Oh, I got some time. Okay, great. So I will use the ID. Of course, I need to map as NoSQL into the NoSQL. I can put right here the string ID. Oh God, I'm a little nervous. Okay, so I will put right here. I will the player info. So I will create the player info. The player B, player A. Okay, I will create them. Okay, I just change it. So player B, I will the winner. I like the winner and the loser. But I know that sometimes there's a tight one, am I right? So I will create something like that. Boolean. Okay. So, okay, I need to create this one. I will create another record. Why not? Am I right? So it will be entered as well, because for NoSQL implementation, was decided that if we are using a relationship between entities, a specific structure, we used to use like an entity annotation. Okay, so I don't need to ID right now. I just need to get the name, and also I will start right here the movement, because movement will show me who is the winner or who is the loser. Oh God. Okay, great. Okay, great. Let me go back. Okay, amazing. So, oh, it's working. Okay, it's working. Okay, so right now what do I need to do? We need to start that entity. And in order to start that, I will implement another interface. This interface will be at the playoffs. Remember, we are trying to bring Jakarta data to my project, and so that's the reason why I'm trying to use a specific names. Okay, developers is not good with names. I mean, I'm not as well, but I will try to do this. So right now, I will use this one, the game match, and the ID is a string one. Okay, great. And to activate it, I just need to add a specific annotation like that. The implementation will detect this interface and will provide me an implementation. It's pretty similar to Spring Data. It's pretty similar to Micronaut as well. So you just need to annotate your interface, and you extend that specific one, and you got many kind of methods that will help you to handle with this implementation. Okay, so go back, and first of all, what I like to do is to inject my playoffs, my playoff. Oh God, playoff, my playoffs right here. Oh my God, I fight against my keyboard. Or is it the first? I just moved to Mac, and who didn't? Okay, so Jakarta data is a specification that intends to connect with multiple kind of persistence layers. So we need to define which kind of persistent this will be used. So right now we will use a specific one that will be a document one, okay? So I will store in a MongoDB. I didn't show you, but I will show you right here. I'm already run in my machine. Okay, hold on. And the services, where are you, man? Oh God, services, where are you? I will find you on the time, no worries. Okay, so right now what we're gonna do, we're gonna just create our match. Okay, so our game match, actually. Okay. No. The AWS Code Whisper is trying to help me. Okay, this one. And of course, I need to store, so I will, this game, I'll have what I need. So game, again. Okay, game ID, new play info, so game, player E, name, and game, player E movement. Great. I will just copy and paste. Who didn't? Okay, right here will be the winner, and there will be the loser. Okay, this one actually I should change a little bit because if present, okay, I map, okay. Or else it will be new. I don't care about it, okay, because there's no winner. There is no, and now, loser, please. Oh God, what I'm doing. Sometimes it's annoying one. Okay, I use the game winner movement. Okay, and I should type this like final. I think. Oh, this is the best. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, Max. This is the guy. Great. Loser. And, oh my God. I know it's a boring thing to watching me, am I right? Okay. It's tight. Okay, great. And we just need to store and save it right here. Save. And the game will be game match. Okay, great. Sorry? Oh, yeah. God, thanks. I did it because I like to see if you watch. Okay, okay. Okay, got it. Thanks. Okay. Oh, right here as well. Max, you are crazy one. Oh, thanks. I'm a little nervous. Don't worry. Okay, got it. So I think that we are in good shape to get started. So I will start right now. My application, it will connect and we will start to get it. And I will just let me see if everything is working. Okay. The demo god sometimes don't like me. Okay, it's work. Let me see if something. Okay, it's connected. So I mean, we are able to start to connect to get data, and let me just open a tool right here. Okay, this one. Because this one, okay, we will be able to watch it. Okay, so please go ahead and let's play a little bit. We got some minutes, and based on that, we are able to get data. Okay, so are you everyone get it already? I can go back to it's a really it's a HTTP only, okay? It's not a.
I'm using Chrome, so maybe it's.
Oh God, maybe. Oh my God. No, let's try.
I'll try on the Chrome, maybe.
HTTP, yes. It's not. It doesn't work with HTTP XS because OpenShift doesn't provide me. Didn't provide me so. Are you working? Is it working? Okay, let's play. I'll play with you guys. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh. Oh, God, it's tired. Okay, let me change it a little bit right here. Okay, we can see that some requests are coming, and we will be able to see the running one. Oh, my. Yeah, we can see some information right here. Let's see who is the biggest winner of the day. Okay, so some data is coming, and everything will be stored, and we will work on this one. Okay. Okay, got it. Let's play again. I tied my last one. Okay. Oh, Neo, you are. Oh, I lose. I'm not good on it, man. My kids defeat me every time. Oh, I lose again. Oh, my God. Someone put new. I fight against new. God. Okay. Oh, I got it. I won one. At least. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to our presentation. Okay. So, okay, great. Okay, you can go ahead and play. Okay, so if you want to explore a little bit, one more, we can implement we can improve the way that we are getting data from NoSQL using Jakarta. So we can use carry methods. For example, we can use something like that. We can use a list and play the game, for example, and we could. Okay, you could do something like that. For example, find by winner, for example, winner name, and provide a name. For example, we can do this, and it extends to. Okay, I think it's better because we can get a start from the name and find out the way. We also can do something like that. I need to disable for example, we can do something like that. We can just use the carry and just use something like that. So select. Okay, and we can do something like that. And in order to make sure that everything is working, let's implement a REST right here. So playoffs resource. Okay, so we can do something like that. Okay, and we will do playoffs. And I will consumes and produce this one. We can do this. Oh, I fight against my. Let's inject the playoffs again. Okay, I decide to don't create a new layer or create a service. Sometimes the people used to create a layer to control the way that you access that thing. Thanks for help me. Okay, no. I find against my. Okay, I don't need it because I provided before, and I can do this playoffs. Okay, let's see. Well, I'm using Wildfly in a dev mode, so it will reload my application, and based on that, I think that I will be able to perform something on my iTerminal. Oh God, let me increase that. Oh, I think that I can use there. Oh yeah, Max, help me. Thanks. Clear. Okay, curl. Let me do curl. Oh, thanks. No, but this is not the real URL. Localhost 88. I think it playoffs. Oh my God. Oh. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh, yeah, really, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's see. Oh, API. This is the correct one. API. No, it is not. Okay, hold back. Let's see. Yeah, probably. Let me go to the run. Where is you? No. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think I forgot to say that I need to use this one. And probably ambiguous dependencies will happens. Let's see. You start again. Stop and run. It's better. closer to the end. Am I right? It's a little torture. Don't worry, it's a torture. Okay. Yeah. Sorry? Um, is it needed? Is it needed? Sorry, Emily, I didn't get. God, let me try to. Okay, no, but okay. New available, new available. Okay, let's. Okay. Yeah. Move down. Let's see. Well. Yeah, I don't know why it's. Okay. Yeah. Okay, come on. Okay. Redeploy it. Okay. No, because um, maybe I don't know if it's missing. Maybe it's missing the context. Let me see. J no po talk. If I'm not wrong. Okay. Okay. It's a kind of another problem. Okay. It's a conversion error. Okay. I don't. Yeah, it is. Okay. Right here. Okay. I can change it. Okay, it will. Yeah, I can. Sure, sure, of course, of course. Let's move on. Let's move on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. But actually, we can talk later about that. I will provide the repository, and we can work together and improve that. Don't worry about that. And that's it. I'm missing the link right here, but I will do. Okay, I will put. Don't worry. I will put that. So there are some links that we can figure out what we can do with NoSQL, with Jakarta NoSQL, Jakarta, and so on. And also in So Java web YouTube series, YouTube channel, I used to do some live codes and so on with my friend, and we are helping each other in my community, trying to get started to contribute with open source. Okay, and that's it. This is my QR code, so you'll be able to connect with me. Thanks again to Frank, to Tobias, to accept me. Sorry to this boring time stuff. Okay,
I
but
think we agree it wasn't
I
boring.
love to see the people asking me to change my code, because this is the way that I improve it myself. So
Community.
I love it. So thanks so much. That's all for me. Thanks. Okay.
Maybe while you check the return type of this very message you just had opened up, as Emily suggested, I look for questions.
Okay, great.
So when you create entity, yes, you are annotated with entity, but
Yes.
that was like NoSQL entity. There was no way to use JPA entity.
Okay.
Why is the reason for that, or?
The way that the relationship, the way that relationship is doing right now in JPA is more close to relational database, and based on the specification, they decided to minimize the number of the notations. When we are working with documents structure, we used to instead of to reference another document, because if you do that, we are breaking the document NoSQL specification. So we are breaking the contract. So, and we know that MongoDB offer document reference and so on in order to create a relationship between. But in order to get easier, it's a primarily a specification. The specification is evolving day by day. So we are getting started from in baby steps. So we got easier. You just get the principal, the main columns. So for example, ID that is needed, the column that's needed, because if you take a look on the NoSQL, we got multiple kind of structure. And the idea is to simplify the way that we can store those things in both providers. So this was the way that the designers of the specifications found out to mapping those things. So I don't know if it will improve. I think so. I think that it will improve it. Probably something will happen. For example, NoSQL and Jakarta data is very closer. So we know that Garvin King joined us to helping us to design the Jakarta data. So to make more robust specification. But I think that the decision was to keep those things simple, to be implemented, and to make this thing work. Because if we got the specification and the implementation hard, the vendors will not be able to implement that thing. And when code doesn't work on our customer, our code doesn't matter. You can have the most important and smart code in your machine, but if your code it doesn't work in a customer, it doesn't matter. So I think that this is the way that they decide to follow this simple path.
Okay, so you mean that NoSQL? So you mean that NoSQL is kind of like on the subset of the JPA. So there is no like the parity between them. That's why you decide to, it might change. That's why you decide to create like the separate entity, basically.
Yeah, today there are different ones. There are entity for Jakarta persistence. There are entity for NoSQL. They are splitted. I don't know if in the future it will be joined together. But by now, well, the way that you handle data is very different, okay? If you take a look at the TCK, for example, it's very hard to write TCK for NoSQL because many providers provide one specific behavior. It's very hard to define that thing, okay? So the first thing when we decide to use a specification is it's implemented. We can implement it. Because okay, it's fine. It's easier to define. Okay, it's an annotation right here. It's an interface and so on. But we need to make that thing implementable. If it's not implementable, it doesn't work.
Okay, we have a last question.
Okay, so yeah, it's more of a comment on the current discussion. So. Indeed, the fact that we have two entities is a bit worrisome. It's maybe one of the reasons that the vote to include Jakarta NoSQL didn't go ahead, because there were concerns about that. So I think it's a very valid question to make sure that before Jakarta NoSQL is proposed again for inclusion in Jakarta EE, we do find a solution to this entity problem. I think customers, users specifically, are not really keen on having two entities. They need to remodel their existing logical business entities in two ways. That's not so nice. I think it would be a good idea for Jakarta Persistence and Jakarta NoSQL and Data to closer work together. So currently NoSQL and NoData are a bit like one team, and Kevin King specifically and Lucas are handling Jakarta Persistence in another team. And probably the solution would be to get to some base entity that both Jakarta Persistence and Jakarta NoSQL inherit from. Maybe that would be the solution. They do have a lot of commonalities, and it would be a shame to duplicate those.
Yeah, I have been received some information from the community. For example, if you would take a look on Jakarta Persistence, okay? Jakarta Persistence is very complex to one. So how many providers got today in the market? If you would take a look on the market, you see Hibernate is the most one. Am I right? So, sometimes it's hard to see another providers implement that specification. So NoSQL is something very new, but I don't know why, but they are trying to make easier to developers to work with NoSQL. And instead of just working together with Jakarta Persistence, because there are many, it's very hard to tie together everything. So we are trying to run in parallel, but probably, maybe in the future, I don't know, who knows, it could be merged. But during this time, this is the way that we can make it works, okay? This is the way. I hope that it will help you, and well, let's try it. Today, it's easier to join to Eclipse, to be a committer, to contribute, to make those things work. So today I think it's if you are able, if you want to get it, don't be shy. So go ahead, look into the code, contribute. We are there to helping you to learn it too as well. Why not? I learn more than I teach, but that's it. And thanks for your comments. Sometimes it's hard to understand, sorry. Also, English is not my first language, so sometimes it's very hard. But thanks so much, and I will be there, and if you want to talk more, feel free to talk to me, okay?
We try to follow up and provide the solution to this problem. Thank you very much. It was very interesting.
Okay.
And yeah.
Thanks so much. Have a good one.